We're gonna let that go.
But I am ready to go, I guess. That's a dangerous thing to say. Oh, yeah. I can hit that, and I can type this, and bingo bango, in alphabetical order, everything comes up. Look at how nice that is. Isn't it terrific? It's almost like, give me a year and a half and I can make this almost run smoothly.
Wow.
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 Wow. I accidentally hot muted. Anyway, starting in descending weight of erection, Oni, tell the people how much you love Clive and how much you want to kiss him firmly on the lips.
He's definitely going to need to wipe his mouth after that one.
Yeah, true. He looks like he'd at least clean himself up if you gave him a towel.
I mean, I did just get to where, you fight,
Yeah.
Benedicta.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you tugging on your joystick, buddy?
I mean, to get the cool combos on, I kind of had to.
Yeah, I bet you had a real firm grip on it, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you use little sticky stuff to, keep your fingers on the knob.
I mean, no.
Go on.
Well, I learned one thing today.
Pissing out the window and shitting out the window are two completely different things?
Not quite.
No, all right. Well, go on. Share.
Doing an unboxing stream when you only have one camera is it's really fucking hard.
It is.
But it's fine. I got the whoever was there got to see my bulging muscles, so that's cool.
Yeah. Is that what was bulging when you were fighting Benedicta?
What? This was before I even turned the game on.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. Oh, the game? Dog, you're making this so easy tonight. Thank you. You're making me look like a comedic wizard.
I just love Final Fantasy, man.
Oh, I know. It's so good. I'm very excited.
Aside from me working on my secret next model, well, it's only a secret because nobody has seen what it looks like. It's just gonna be Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good. Speaking of secret models, I did find your OnlyFans page. Just kidding. I don't have an OnlyFans. It's Shy. That laugh was a little bit more nervous than I expected.
Because she thought you were going to go to me, I'm sure.
Yeah. Hey, cross them up.
Anyway, hi, I am Shy. I am a ninja girl. I do play video games. Stuff like Final Fantasy XIV, Battle Chef, and especially Stardew Valley, which I should probably get back to one of these days. Yeah. Also, hopefully, crossing fingers, crossing everything, this Saturday we should be starting another one of our voice-acted playthroughs. We're going to go with Getting the Car Loser. So yeah, hopefully we'll get that off the ground and everybody can tune into that because I've heard lots of good things about that game.
It is a terrific game. Speaking of terrific gamers, some call him the Crypt Keeper. Down south, they call him El Tiburon. It's Sharky.
Buenos días. Tengo el gato los pantalones. Hola, mi nombre es Sharky. I am hiding from the internet as best I can because I don't have a PS5. So, hopefully y'all are having a wonderful time, and we're going to have even more fun today. So, let's get this going.
True. Or you can just live vicariously through me. Sorry, just one of the lights that I had turned off randomly turned back on. Okay, all right. Well, if I die, just know that it's definitely Imp's fault.
Is it tied to a clapper that heard me make sound?
No. All of my lights are Wi-Fi controlled. Well, technically Bluetooth over Wi-Fi controlled.
Definitely wasn't my psychic powers.
True. Just probably, all the electricity. Anyway, speaking of electric things, Juan's wearing pants today.
Why?
Bold of you to assume. Anyway, hi, I'm Lonnie Ikea. I have been playing the hell out of Mask
Your
of the Rose
joystick?
lately. Well, I mean,
Oh,
not saying not that. Anyway, I've been playing the hell out of Mask of the Rose lately. It's an absolute delightful game. I also did a little bit of Hong Kong Railstar. I'm probably gonna try to wrap up Star Ocean Divine Force soon so I can move on to Atelier Ryza 3. But Mask of the Rose is just eating my attention right now.
it is very good.
It's incredibly good. Delicious friends. It also I came in after streaming it yesterday, and we also took a turn down like Ace Attorney shit with we're trying to figure out a whodunit for a murder.
Is it the one with the big clown boobies?
No.
No,
No,
Sorry.
there are no big clown boobies here.
just me. I'm the clown
And the boobie.
and the booby. All right. Well, hey, let's strap in, get her started. Once we left off, I believe we were on the tail end of pushing our verdict through, and let's just cross our fingers that we make it through the rest of the night without a power failure.
What we've had to keep covered up all these long years.
Oh yeah, exposition time. As very little of the machine remains after it was ripped apart by the bomb, the truth of this case can never be properly established unless you speak out. Yeah, that was
Chris
wild.
isn't here, so I'll take Susato.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And if you decide not to, it's very possible that Courtney Scythe will escape punishment for her crimes. Please, sir, own up to what you've done and tell the court the truth about what happened.
Dramatic ellipses.
10 years ago, you told the truth, and you were robbed of a bright and successful future as a result. I can certainly understand your bitterness and your consternation now. However, this is surely the chance you've been waiting for. To sever the hold that fumbles the lines.
Did I fuck that up? My apologies.
Yo.
Dramatic ellipses while you read your words.
Sever the hold that fates had over you all these years.
There we go. Sorry, it's
Full of ellipses.
that-
was thunder.
is that
Oh,
on your
shit.
end, Oni?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, dude, we just have one real bad, dude. Oni and I are both gonna die.
My Been nice knowing y'all.
Yeah.
Bro. I joked about if I, God strike me down with lightning. Being hyperbolic.
Very rare that he would do that inside of the building, yeah.
My ass ain't going out there.
Super high voltage instantaneous kinesis. I mean, really. More dramatic ellipses. The addle-brained mock scientists that are the worst, you know.
Oh, I know. We know a few of them.
Yeah. They don't recognize the fact that they don't have talent. They can't even get that right. And so they end up chasing impossible dreams, having unbridled faith in their abilities. They go on and on about their wonderful hypotheses, their stupid eyes shining like little child's. They make me sick. I can't abide their foolishness.
Oh, this is me. Careful, Mr. Drebber.
I will break this bench with my teeth. I was
Do
particularly
it
pleased.
carefully, Mr. Drebber.
They will work this wood now. I was particularly pleased with the kinesis machine. It made for quite a show, didn't it?
So you admit it! You admit that it was nothing more than a sham made for the purpose of killing the victim?
Yes, I admit it. I did it all in the name of revenge.
I'll have a German a few. Revenge for the future that Mr. Assman's article had deprived you of 10 years earlier. But the revenge you sought didn't stop at Assman, did it?
Which is where that very particular waxwork comes in. Yes, I see.
Pause for dramatic effect.
The condemned convict that you saw rising from the grave in Locate Cemetery 10 years ago. If your account of those events was all true,
Then obviously, Scotland Yard couldn't afford to acknowledge what had happened. Even if it meant discrediting a bright young man and crushing any future career he might have had.
So your plan required that you conduct... I'll run it back. So your plan required that you abduct that particular waxwork model in order to exact your revenge on Scotland Yard as well. Or on Dr. Scythe, to be precise.
Dramatic ellipsis. It was a year ago. By some extraordinary twist of fate, Assman turned up on my workshop. He didn't remember who I was, of course. He just wanted to employ my services as an engineer. And he happened to have a paper with him. An article on the front page caught my eye. About the coroner who handled the bogus autopsy being appointed head of a new forensic team. Then I learned that news. My cognitive processes started to devise the plan.
what a horrid tale.
He robbed me of my future. So I wanted to use the man's own vials against him. fall for him. And have that rotten Scotland Yard eating out of my hand.
The old Rutland, Scotland Yard.
Rutland, Scotland.
Shout outs to
Rumbling, fumbling lines.
Shout outs to Emmy and Argic.
I wanted all to suffer the same humiliation I had to suffer.
Your actions against those who'd ruined your future were justified as revenge, at least to yourself. Certainly, no one has the right to destroy another's prospects, especially for purely selfish gain. And yet, in carrying out your plan, you did exactly that to someone else, didn't you?
Did I?
Yeah. Professor Harebrain's only crime was passion for his hypothesis. But you had no compunction about sacrificing his future to effect your revenge. You knew that he would be forever branded a failure and a fraud. Perhaps life threatened you unfairly 10 years ago, and others' misconduct left your life in tatters?
Life did threaten me.
But remember this. Your own actions resulted in exactly the same thing for another perfectly innocent young man.
It was in this moment that I realized I fucked up.
I mean, the consequences of being labeled a fraud and a failure would have happened anyway because he was a fraud and a failure. But,
True! Well, not a fraud, but a failure.
no, but a genuine failure. So there's something there.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Van Ziegs, what of Dr. Scythe?
An immediate warrant for her arrest has been granted, and she's been
Remanded.
she's been remanded in custody, my lord. I presume she will face trial in the coming days, along with Mr. Drimmer.
A most regrettable situation indeed. She's made great contributions to her profession over the years. It really is a hard truth to swallow. However, that is a topic for some future occasion. For now, Professor Harebrain.
I think we need a harebrain.
Chris isn't here. Who do we want to be Harebrain?
I mean, I can fill in since he's not gonna have a long part.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, yes.
It seems there was a great deal more to your experiment than you realized. However, I think we can assume now that all the sordid details have been brought to light. This has been a very long and profound trial, but I am pleased to say you are absolved of all guilt.
This whole experience has taught me a very great deal, but very great but painful lesson. I've been, me, this dedicated scientist, this devotee of natural philosophy. I've been selfish and self-centered, And above all, a fool.
You fool! Professor?
I've spent my life thinking about nothing but my research. Misguidedly believing that I could do whatever I set my mind to, despite my lack of talent. And the worst of it is, in the process, I've caused others pain and misery. Others who are far, far greater people than I.
No, Professor. That's not true.
What?
Don't tar yourself with the same brush as Drebber. What
Yeah.
happened was his doing and his alone.
Yeah, like ghosts. Or my sense of dignity.
Well, and Scythe.
This outcome is his fate, not yours. You're not to blame in any way.
Lord Van Zeeks.
And the
Derision.
and the derision with which he referred to you earlier, calling you a fool, talentless even. The man has no idea. To believe in yourself and work your fingers to the bone to realize your dreams, that's laudable, not laughable. No one has the right to deride another for such choices.
Oh. Thank you, Brock.
So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Yes, my lord.
it is this court's expectation that you find the defendant not guilty on the charge of which he stands accused. I presume there are no objections.
None from me, my lord.
Certainly not.
This trial really made me think. But this is the right decision.
It's all been proven methodically and rigorously. I have no misgivings whatsoever.
What's that? He's done, is he? It's all over?
Guilty. Wait, what? What? Something happened? Yeah, whatever. Let's go home.
Very well. In that case, I hereby pronounce the defendant guilty.
What?
Wait,
No!
wait, not guilty. Not guilty.
Wah.
Jory, you do not have to go home, but you cannot remain here.
This song is sponsored by the Shadow Government.
Court is adjourned.
Not guilty.
For you, Little Uzi, a Rob Zombie poster.
It's over. That was some trial.
October, 4:33 p.m. The Old Bailey, Defendant's Antechamber.
Professor, what a splendid outcome, isn't it?
Oh, it is, it is. Congratulations, Professor Hairbrain.
Huh. Mr. Naruto. Miss Susato, I am truly beside myself with gratitude. How can I ever thank you enough?
I'm just glad it's all been cleared up. That you realize you were just caught up in a bad situation.
Right now, if I had that research grant money, I'd give the whole lot to you, every penny.
I'm pretty sure that's fraudulent use of a grant, but
Yeah. Well, that's very kind of you, but I'm just a student, so...
We don't need any financial reward. Your acquittal is more than enough.
Oh dear. Oh, what can I do? Oh, aha! How about this? As a memento, the paper about my hypothesis is inside.
Oh, the one that we just debunked? Sure.
That looks like a trap card.
Well, just as a memento then. Thank you.
that's a very tiny paper.
Yeah, it is. What is this, a paper for ants?
It's tiny, but it's thick.
How are they going to learn to read if they can't fit inside the building?
I heard that laugh.
It's tiny, but it's there. I'll take things I've never said in my life for 200, Alec.
I said it's tiny, but it's thick.
Oh, it's not deep, but it's wide. It'll sure as hell stretch the sides. It's the cheese wheel.
Hey, sometimes you gotta pay the cheese tax.
Listen, Whitey's got to pay. The price is baby hands.
I've
Damn.
been wondering, Professor,
About cheese.
Always.
what are you going to do now?
Oh my. Yes, what am I going to do?
Start an acting career under the name of Johnny Sins.
See if Barack has gotten the openings.
My hypothesis and my great machine lie in ruins. But still, it's been too long since I was last in London, so perhaps I'll enjoy some sightseeing. I must explore the great exhibition while I'm still here, too, and see if new inspiration hits me.
Oh yes, that's a wonderful idea. I think that's Fonzique's.
It probably is. I can't allow that.
Oh, damn. What are you doing here?
That's some broad, imposing shoulders you've got.
Lord Van Zeeks, what are you doing in here?
But Barack!
I'm sorry you had to go through that, Albert.
Well, if I'm honest, it was terrifying. You were like a great demon behind your bench there, snarling down on your prey.
You're one of the few true friends I have. I couldn't leave it to anybody else to handle the prosecution or the defense.
I'm sorry? Or the defense? Did I just hear that right?
I always knew you had my best interest at heart. Don't worry.
Wait, does that mean he picked us because we suck?
Probably.
Damn.
How about you show me around while I'm here in town? It's been a long time since we left university. We have a lot to catch up on.
Listen, Albert. In a few days, your acquittal will be made official. And when that happens, you must head straight to Dover. I'll accompany you.
What?
From there, you'll cross the channel and make your way back to Germany. I've already purchased the tickets.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
No, hold on a minute, Barack. What about the Great Exhibition? This is the chance of a lifetime for me. I want to look around.
No. No sightseeing, Albert. Give up on the idea.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to see any warmth in those eyes, Barack.
Lord Van Zeeks? What's all this about?
Necessary precaution.
Yes, I think I understand.
You do?
Well, Iris told me that when you met Lord Van Zeeks at his office some days ago, he asked how Mr. Natsume was doing.
Yeah, that's right. I remember being surprised at the time and thinking it was really nice of him to ask.
The point is, Mr. Natsume is still alive and well. Even though it's been more than 6 months now since he stood trial with the Reaper as the prosecutor.
Oh! Oh, you mean the Reaper's influence doesn't stretch overseas?
Those in the Reaper's sights meet their ends days or sometimes months after their acquittal. That's been the pattern up till now.
But of course, we know that both Mr. Natsume and Gina were completely innocent.
True.
True!
And perhaps
Sorry, I
that
was-
governs the Reaper's actions. The truly innocent are spared. But I don't want to take any chances with a close personal friend.
Oh, gee, I'm so glad you were nice to Gina and Mr. Natsume.
Barack! Like the mustached Nipponese, this man should leave the country without delay. That's why I'm packing him off the journey.
Bye!
Don't
Packing him off to
stop
Journey.
believing.
Hold on to that feeling.
That's why I'm packing him off to Germany at once.
Right. Does your friend-shaped package get any say in it? You know, Naruhodo, I don't think that means what you think it means.
Oh, I think it does.
Oh,
Oh.
the friend-shaped package.
Oh my.
Goodness, is this your intention all along then, Lord Van Zeeks?
Yeah, to get his friend off and then get his friend off.
There is decay up in here.
Woo! Es muy estupendo. He's packing something. In court, where people think of him as the Reaper, this man seems absolutely merciless. And yet, sometimes, I feel as though I don't understand him at all.
It's time to go, Albert. Back to the prison for the time being.
Ah, yes, all right. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo,
Don't get shanked.
thank you so much for everything.
Not at all, Professor. It was a pleasure getting to know you.
Best wishes, Professor Hairbrain.
Well, once the dust has settled, you must come and visit me in Germany.
Okay.
Anyway, goodbye for now.
Bye. Goodbye. Have a wonderful time.
Now, my Nipponese friend.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I thought you'd gone too.
We have matters to discuss. Can you spare me some time?
Are you coming on to me?
No.
Are you trying to?
No.
Correct answer to both of those is yes.
You want to talk with me?
I'll be waiting in the courtroom in 10 minutes.
Hey, Barack, don't burn it down this time.
I'll try not to.
Well, that was strange. For some reason, I didn't get that sense of impending doom as he walked away this time. The Enigma, Barack Van Zieks. What does he want to discuss, I wonder? The answer awaits in the courtroom, I suppose. Well, here goes then.
Bum, bum, bum.
24th October, 4:58 p.m. The Old Bailey courtroom.
Ooh.
You have to stand like this even if you're not actually... Okay, you know
All
what?
right.
Fine. Fine.
So,
Fine.
How's it
are
going,
you
Devs?
satisfied? You saved a guileless scientist from a great injustice.
Yeah, that's kind of my job. I'm relieved, at least, that the man's innocence could be proven.
Anyway, I imagine you've been wondering where my animosity towards you Nipponese comes from.
Racism?
Is it I was gonna say, is it racism? Well, at first I thought you just didn't like me. I imagined you saw me as a pretentious child from an unimportant land who had no business being here. But now, I think differently. Well, I think that, and I think you're racist. You clearly know our ways. So I would guess that some specific incident led to your thorough dislike of my race? Will you tell me what happened? Please?
So it's semi-professional racism.
Yeah, it's it's racism with complications.
The professor. I thought I'd never hear that name in this courtroom again, to be honest.
He took your brother's life.
Clint. My brother was Clint Van Zieks.
It's a silly name.
16 years ago, when I was still just in my teens. He was already the director of prosecutions and a key member of the judiciary. I looked up to him. He was everything I aspired to be.
Perspired to be?
Expired.
He was involved in the establishment of justice systems in foreign countries as well. There were exchange programs between Britain and other nations then too, to share knowledge and ideas. As part of one of those programs, 3 judicial students came to Britain from your homeland, the Empire of Japan.
Oh. If it was 16 years ago, then one of them could have been my father.
Of course. I remember Dr. Mikutoba.
I had no idea.
I was a minor at the time, training at the prosecutor's office. One day, Clint introduced me to the 3 visiting Nipponese.
So, you've actually met my father.
He and his colleagues were polite and amicable. They were adept at their work and exacting in their standards. It was my first encounter with the Nipponese spirit, and it made a very great impression upon me. But 6 years later, that's when it happened.
It's
The
it.
inve- Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good.
The investigation was going nowhere. There were no suspects, even. Just an ever-growing list of victims. And in the end, my brother became one of them. The last, in fact, before the case was finally resolved.
I'm so sorry, Lord Van Zeeks. Truly.
Flint was always ready to put his life on the line for justice anyway. So he wouldn't have wanted it any other way. He lost his life to the killer, but it was his victory in the end. For me, personally, though, it was a great loss. I found myself in a very dark place.
Mm.
When I finally found out the killer's identity, the reason why no one has been able to catch the man sooner ceased to be such a mystery. He'd been hiding in plain sight all the time.
In plain sight?
Are you aware of the political events 10 years ago? It was a period of extremely sensitive diplomacy between the British and Japanese empires.
A new treaty was being forged, I think.
Correct. The Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation was being concluded. The leaders of both countries were deep in extensive political discussions. Which is why this particular killer's appearance in court was conducted as a closed trial.
Hmm.
If the British public had known the identity of the killer, not only would the treaty have been in jeopardy, but our two nations could very well have ended up at war.
What? A war? Between Britain and Japan?
But that would mean... Oh my! You mean to say that the professor was...
Japanese?
When the trial reached its conclusion,
Oh!
earlier, I thought to myself,
shit.
yes, it's time.
Wrong button.
Time for you to come face to face with this hideous monster. I borrowed the key for the mask from the proprietress of the Waxwork Museum. So see for yourselves now. Confirm it with your own eyes. The truth that's been hidden this past decade.
Who's it gonna be? Ah, holy shit, it's...
That's the professor?
Yes, that's him.
Until now, the thought never even crossed my mind. That the mass murderer whose crimes shook Britain as never before was Japanese.
Ah!
Wait a minute. That face. I feel as though I've seen it somewhere. It's strangely familiar.
True.
I mean, I've had headaches like that.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Joker?
Father.
What? Father?
It's Kazuma's dad!
Kazuma!
Oh, it was Kazuma all along! Hell yeah!
Wait,
My
what?
best friend, Kazuma Asogi. After a whole year, finally his memories returned.
I thought he was dead.
Nah, fam. It's our
When was
boyfriend.
that way?
Look at how handsome he is. He got a haircut, too.
And abs. Lots of abs.
And that jacket is nice.
Ryunosuke.
Yo, they're gonna make out.
Oh god, yeah, they are.
Hello again,
Ryunosuke just started leaking.
my friend.
Kazuma-sama!
Judicial Assistant Mikotoba. It's been a very long road. Thank you. Thank you for guiding my friend here when I could not.
It was an honor.
I knew you wouldn't die that easily. Kazuma.
To be fair, breaking his neck,
I owe you
tripping
thanks,
over a
too.
snake.
For taking good care of that in my absence.
Oh. Karuma. Great blade of the Asobi clan. Passed down through the generations. When we left Japan, this sword was at my friend's side. A Japanese man's katana is his soul, and he couldn't be parted from it. But then, when the incident happened, it was Susato-san's wish that I inherit the sword, and I've kept it with me ever since, along with my memories of the friendship we shared. With this by my side, I always felt that you were watching over me somehow.
I do like his haircut, though.
Oh yeah. No, he got a hell of a glow up.
It's nice that they forgot Barack during this.
I made it.
Who?
At last.
Exactly.
Father.
Are you saying... Surely not. You mean, you knew all this time? I'm looking at it, but I still can't believe it. This mass murderer is Kazuma's father.
Ah!
You know Madame Tusples is gonna be really pissed about this.
Oh, super pissed.
I mean, it's not gonna be too hard for her to fix it, but still.
I'm surprised they went for the body instead of the neck.
Listen, someone's about to get boiled in hot wax.
Ryunosuke.
Oh yeah.
We
And
have
it's
much
not going to be
talk
sexy.
about,
Well,
but
maybe a
now is
little
not the
sexy.
time.
It'll probably be Sholmes.
Oh, well, yeah, also that.
I'll be seeing you.
We have much to discuss. I'm now leaving.
That's all Kazuma said. Before he turned and left us there, in the courtroom.
I still don't understand how he's alive.
Barack just standing there at the prosecution desk the entire time, like, yeah, no, that seems reasonable.
Yep, this is awkward.
So, he's the living afterimage of the man who took my brother's life, is he?
It's a little weird, Barack. Yeah. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend.
3 months ago, when Lord Strongheart introduced us, I had an inkling there was something there, some connection.
But why did Lord Strongfart do that? Why did he make Cosmo Lord Van Zeek's apprentice? And when he was suffering amnesia, too.
The man was apprehended, even executed.
Twice, apparently.
But his legacy just won't die. That's the sad truth. Anyway, that's all I had to say. I thank you for meeting with me as I asked.
You just disappear?
Dracula.
He just straight up faded into the background.
10 years ago.
Is Shy muted?
No, she
No,
said
she
it.
said it.
Oh, I'm just deaf then. Yeah.
I guess.
My grandmother took me to the railway station.
I never saw her again.
We were there to meet my father from the train. For me, it was the first time I'd ever seen him.
Poor Susato-san. All this is tied up with painful memories for her, too. She's never talked about this with me before, though.
It took time to adjust to having father around, but just when I was starting to get used to it, he called me into his study one day. He told me that a great friend of his had passed away in London, and that the friend had left behind a son. A boy, 7 years my senior. Father told me the boy had made a promise to his late father, so he was studying to become a defense lawyer. I wanted to help, so I studied to become a qualified judicial assistant. As I'm sure you've worked out, that young man's name
Was Ryunosuke? I forget my surname.
was Kazuma Asogi.
Naruhodo.
Woo!
You see,
What?
that's how he and I met.
Took me a while to remember your surname, too.
For a brief moment, my great friend had returned, only to disappear again all too soon. But in that fleeting encounter, something stirred. Something that had been dormant for a long time.
Your penis.
As if great wheels had been set in motion. I could almost hear them creaking into life. In some ways, it was the end of a chapter, but in many, it was the start of a new one.
Literally. That's
Yeah,
the
literally
episode.
the end of a chapter.
That's puberty.
Hey!
We did it!
Wow!
Hold on, I've
GG.
got one better.
I got you.
Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. This song is sponsored by the Shadow Government.
It's a masterpiece.
Anyone need a break?
I hate it.
My ears.
Other than Oni's ears, though, I think we're good.
I'm fine.
Listen, I just want to say that I draw the line at Nardwuar hate, okay?
You mean the whales with the horns?
Yeah, yes. They're like the unicorns of the sea.
How could anyone hate narwhals?
Trying to get narwhaled, bro? All right.
Bruh, you have no idea.
Well, I'll take the save here.
Well, that's ominous.
Oh shit! Episode 4, and then the final chapter.
It's the final countdown.
Damn.
Perfect. Well done, Lon.
Pipe in hand, Sholmes looked down at the thick, rolling fog outside our window. I wonder exactly how many mysteries are out there, hidden within this bed of fog, he said. Indeed, a most bizarre incident, born of a curious advertisement. A hellhound's mad gallop through the shadows of a serial murder. An executed man's graveyard resurrection in the dead of night. And a commonplace killing in a small, forgotten room at the edge of town. There is, naturally, always another side to every case, of which most remain ignorant. And it is that other side which compels me to the scene of the crime, Wilson. So quickly now, take your hat and let's be on our way, my dear fellow. For our adventure is not over yet. Come, the game is afoot.
I'm not into feet, though.
I know that feeling.
Hey, Oni, I got a question.
What?
What if Doctor Strange was named Dr. Freak and he ate ass and sucked toes?
That's not my hero. That's not my superhero.
Nah, he'd be me.
Oh yeah, he sucks toes.
We love casting spells.
They say that
Hi
I
guys,
hear
it was nice seeing you all, and
Oh, nah, where you going? Let me get them games, dog.
Whoa!
Yo, them dogs
I
is
called
barking.
I called dibs on Zeke's.
Grave jumper.
Just because you're right doesn't mean it's nice.
8 days after the earth-shattering trial and Kazuma regaining his memory. I don't know if that's an establishing thing or not.
Go for
I'm
it.
just taking it.
Go for it.
Oh, no, that's you. Because we. So it's not establishing.
All right. Give me some.
I am proud to voice the script's notations.
That's not my superhero. Luna, what are you doing?
That was
Anyway. We're in the foyer of one of London's most luxurious hotels, the Great Waterloo Hotel.
I feel like that's in France.
First November, 10:24 a.m. Great Waterloo Hotel foyer. I've decided just to British that, I guess.
Oh! Professor Mikatoba is due to arrive at any moment.
Yes, I'm so glad we got here in time.
Me too. I can't wait for one of his mustache rides.
Nani?
Susanoo-san hasn't been the same since what happened. Not that I'm surprised.
The truth about Kazuma-sama's father. suppose my father knew?
That he was actually the mass murderer, the professor, you mean? I knew that's what she was thinking about. There's a good chance, I'd say. They did come here to London together 16 years ago, didn't they?
Yes, that's true.
Come to think of it, didn't you say that Professor Mikatoba knew about Kazuma going missing in Hong Kong as well?
That's right. But for some reason, he wasn't at liberty to talk to me about it.
That probably means he knew then. About Kazuma showing up here in London with amnesia and that he's regained his memory now.
So who's, I assume this is Mikitoba now?
Take it away, Sharky.
Ugh, gotta remember how we did his voice last time.
Oh, wait. Fuck.
Gosh. Last time I remember hearing Mikitoba, I think it was Seth.
No. Someone voiced him in
It was-
case 1 of this.
It was Chris.
Okay. All right, well, there we go. Oh, there she is.
Oh, father!
Wait, is that the judge too?
Yeah.
Ah!
Either way, it was going to be your world, Sharky.
Hello, Susano. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. We're delighted you've arrived safe and sound.
Hello, Mr. Naruto. Very kind of you to take the trouble to meet us here.
Oh, no, not at all. It's my pleasure.
We've heard all about your extraordinary exploits here in London, you know. The news has crossed the seas.
What happened to your Canadian?
It has?
I've been Canadian in a long time. All right.
Yeah, the judge was Canadian.
He was Canadian.
Hey, yeah, I always look forward to reading the monthly reports that arrive with the steamships from Britain.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much. Who is this man? And why do I feel as though I've seen him before?
I take it from your expression that you can't quite place me. In that case, how about a little reminder, Sushiro? Phone tap should do it. Ah, yes.
A firm tap? What?
Here we go then. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, guilty. My big ass hammer.
You just brought that with you, huh?
Oh, you're the judge.
Hi there, Judgy Poo.
Hey there yourself, Lon. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. May God have mercy on your soul.
Your Excellency.
Hello, Judge Chigoku. How are you? It's been a long time.
Good, you remember now. That really did the trick. Guilty!
Only I was declared not guilty, wasn't I? And there was no laughing at that time.
So, London again after all this time. Hard to believe it's been 10 years. To be honest, I never thought I'd be back. Neither did I. I
Man,
didn't
if
imagine
only there was a
Japan.
serial killer there with you, you'd have the whole group.
True.
I didn't imagine Japan would ever be invited to an international symposium like this. I really doubt anyone did, to be honest. It's all thanks to you, isn't it, Seishiro? What are you talking about, Eugene?
Of course, Judge Shigoku. He must complete the set.
You now get a set bonus of an additional 30% experience.
He's the other man who 16 years ago came to London with Kazuma's father and Professor Mikotoba. He's the third visiting scholar.
Well, all these passport checks and luggage searches at the border took rather a lot of time. Thankfully, my hat has plus 10 charisma, and I was able to get all of our drugs back.
I just want to say, when we went into Japan, we filled out all the forms beforehand, and literally they just scanned our passports, took our picture. I'm like, all right, have a good time.
Well, of course, you are going into Japan, not leaving it.
Yeah, leaving wasn't that bad either, and apparently you can also pre-declare that shit and just walk right through.
I must say, I'm
I get
very
zero
envious of
experience,
your
Dan.
ministerial status. You didn't have to go through any of that, did you? I knew you were jealous.
Sorry? Ministerial status?
Yes, did you know? Seishiro, he is also Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs.
What?
It was his personal insistence that allowed you to take Cosmo's place here on this study tour.
So is he just a judge for fun?
Guilty as charged.
Oh, well, thank you very much. He's really every bit as important as he looks.
Oh yes, now, Rinosuke-kun. I received a telegram from Lord Strongfire yesterday.
Oh, you did? While you were on a ship?
It appears that some things came to light in a trial you were involved with last week.
I know nothing about it.
About what happened 10 years ago. That tragedy.
Yeah. Could you tell us any more about it? No. No, I cannot.
Please examine the official head.
So, how was the voyage here?
Well, 50 days at sea is a long time by anyone's standards. But it wasn't all bad when we came 16 years ago. No, that's true. And I truly wondered if we wouldn't be drifting in the vast ocean for the rest of our lives. This time we followed the same route as you, so we were able to relax with beef stroganoff.
How would the route be any different, though? Yeah.
Maybe the last time there was a ship that got turned on its side in the Suez Canal. And it was a global meme.
Okay.
Oh yes, when we communicated JPEGs through Morse code. Extremely
Yeah.
remarkable.
It's a great time.
I thought it was funny that like literally 365 days to the exact, it was in the Suez Canal again, and it was like, bro has the potential to make the funniest meme ever. All he's got to do is just take his hands off the wheel for a little bit.
Ah, so you stopped in France's beautiful capital, Paris.
Step sailor, I'm lost. We did, yes. Though only for one night. And yesterday evening we left the port of Dunkirk for Dover. Just in time for the symposium, in fact. Starts tomorrow.
Chai.
It's wonderful that you were invited to attend such an important international event. I'm very proud of you, Father.
Thanks to Seishiro. 16 years ago, he managed to ingratiate himself with Britain's Attorney General. I'm sure that's why I was invited, and I suppose you could say I'm something of an appendage by default.
Yeah, you are a bit of a bell end.
Speak for yourself, Eugene. You are close friends with the professor of forensic science at a major hospital. Yes, well, I'd rather not dredge all that up, really. No. There's been a lot of water under the bridge since then, but it doesn't bring him back.
Kazuma's father, I suppose. The professor. The killer who took the lives of 5 members of the British aristocracy. Was actually Kazuma's father, wasn't he?
That's correct. Genshin Ashogi really had an impact there.
Genshin Impact?
You knew, I presume, Father.
Yes. He was a close friend at the time. Genshin Impact came to Britain as a police detective. He was studying investigative techniques at Scotland Yard. I've never understood what drove the man to commit such heinous acts. It was a closed trial, so the public never knew the truth. And he was executed with little ado. To this day, very few people know what really happened, even back home.
But what about Kazuma? Did he know? Did he know the truth about his father?
No, of course not. He was told his father passed away from sickness.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly a lie, I guess.
He died from a faulty iron supplement, apparently.
Well, he, had some instability issues, I guess.
He ate a slug. However, I suspect he may have had his doubts.
Oh, why?
As you know, I tried to guide Kazuma growing up, as if he were my own son. Then one day, he came into my office at the university and said,
Sorry, I was muted.
Kazuma, who dis?
I've decided. I want to travel to Great Britain and study there.
Do you think he wanted to come here to investigate his father's death?
No shit, Herlock. When I looked into his eyes, I did know that there was no way I'd be able to stop him.
Something else came to light in that trial the other day, actually.
Oh? What?
Well, having disappeared in Hong Kong and been missing for almost a year, Kazuma's since turned up here in London, working as the apprentice of Lord Van Zees.
What?
Do I have to repeat the entire thing again?
Nani? That's news to us.
So, Lord Strongheart's telegram neglected to mention that part then. As you know, we both thought Cosma had died on the steamship during our voyage to Great Britain in January.
But he didn't die. He's alive. As you knew, didn't you, Father?
In actual fact, no. What I did know is that when your ship docked in Hong Kong, you mysteriously vanished. We sent a team of investigators to Hong Kong to try to ascertain what had happened, don't you know? But no avail. But he's still alive, and here in London, you say. I never dared even to dream it. Why on earth did the young man not make contact? The government and the police have been chasing clues fruitlessly for months now.
Well, it seems he was suffering from amnesia.
Wow. Amnesia?
When we first came across him again here in London, we didn't know who either of us were.
See.
He only regained his memory 8 days ago.
It's unbelievable to think he could become a fruit salad. Yes, it's quite miraculous. He became Ambrosia. I wonder why Lord Strongford didn't let us know. I must go speak with that jerk urgently.
I wonder how Kazuma's been these past few days. Would it be wrong of us to go and visit him?
That began 16 years now. It's a distant memory, really. Was Eugen here, Genshin Shogi, and myself. We were the original three. The first judicial musketeers from Japan to travel overseas to study. Ocean voyages were not what they were today, I can tell you.
16 years ago. Things were tough for their generation.
Your father was an exceptionally fine medical student at Yuma University at the time, young lady.
Yes, grandmother told me.
He went to do research at a great London hospital to study autopsy, practically unheard of in Japan. Yes, it was an eerie place, sandwiched between the back of a prison and a burial ground.
Ugh, no more talk of graves.
Very often there's no one willing to deal with the bodies following autopsy work. You see, autopsy labs have been something of an unavoidable relationship with graveyards and prison.
Not my cup of tea at all.
Do you remember that Scottish prison governor? Kaiden, his name was. Good man. Yes, but then of course in our 6th year here, everything changed with that dreadful case.
When the Fire Nation attacked.
When the Fire Nation was arrested for a series of the most gruesome murders. I simply couldn't believe it. I'd known the man for years. I was a witness in the secret hearing, and I tried to speak in his defense, but you went a little too far and ended up facing charges yourself, didn't you? Well, suffice to say that after that trial, we were sent back to Japan. There was nothing more we could do to save Fire Lord Ozai. He was a lost cause, sadly.
Whoopsies.
Well, if you'll excuse us now. Ah, yes. I'd like to get this drunk up to my room, and my throat is burning. As soon as possible, please.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have held you up here for so long.
I'll call for the porter then. Just wait here.
I heard Ben Zeeks has gotten that teleportation technology. What was that harebrain?
Susato-san's gone off at a run.
I'd like to stay and talk more, but I do have various preparations to make for tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. It must be a big responsibility representing our entire country. I wish you the best of luck.
Naruto. I hope you'll keep an eye on Susato for me. Keep looking after her, as you obviously have been.
Oh, no, I mean, if anyone's looking after anyone, it's her looking after me.
Well, that makes me even less confident. Thank you. I've been a miserable father to her. Thoroughly let her down.
I'm sorry? What do you mean?
Did you not hear her? She was 10 when we first met. Well, it was 16 years ago that I started my long study tour in Britain, as you know. The very year Susato was born.
Yeah, I heard.
The birth of my daughter was the most joyous event of my life. Sadly, it was accompanied by the most tragic event of my life, too.
Oh, yeah. Susato-san hinted at something like that.
Susato.
Is shy muted? There we go.
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
Anyway, I won't bore you with the details. The point is, I became rather less dependable than befits a grown man. Especially one with a tie and fedora and this moustache. It was then that Seishiro offered me the opportunity to study here in Great Britain. I was too worried about you to leave you behind. So perhaps I was a little heavy-handed when it came to persuading you to accompany me to London. So, that's what happened, in a nutshell.
Oh, you just abandoned your family. Got it.
I eventually came back. She was in elementary school.
Yeah, okay, Goku.
Hey now, Goku is not a bad dad. He's just a dumb dad. I will die on that hill.
Goku is definitely a bad dad.
Bruh, don't make me throw hands with somebody from Philly.
I realize that Tien is in fact the most powerful member of the Z Fighters
Why is that?
because he just willingly goads Vegeta the entire time. Because no matter what, Vegeta loses. If he finally snaps and you know, beats on Tien, well then he's not the reformed Vegeta, the nice guy. So he just has to eat L's from Tien constantly.
I'm a bad man. That's also the reason why I now feel compelled to give my daughter as many opportunities as I dare. For the world does not readily afford young women such things, being treated as actual people. I must say.
I completely understand, Professor. I just don't want to talk about this anymore.
I treat her as a person out of guilt. One other thing, Naruto.
Oh no, is this a birds and the bees talk?
If I may be so bold, I have a favor to ask of you.
I am not giving you grandchildren. Oh, really? Of course. What can I do for you?
Well, the thing is,
I'm so sorry that took so long.
Oh, hey, I know that guy. Mrs. Otto.
Now then, allow us to take your bags.
Allow me to take your bags.
One moment, if you please, Porter.
Of course, sir.
That machine around your neck. It's a GoPro, I believe.
Quite right, sir. Just 5 shillings for a lovely selfie. To commemorate a wonderful stay at the hotel, sir.
Well, I think given the occasion, you could justify the expense.
Yes. Yes, of course. Sucker.
I think they forgot to shade in a texture. Why's that man got a green inside of his mouth?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe his teeth are just that bad.
Ugh.
I mean, he is English.
True. Shoutouts to the NHS or whatever.
I'd like to thank you for coming with me, Mr. Naruhodo.
No, I always like doing it at the same time.
It's really made Father very happy, I think.
Oh, well, I'm pleased then. But we were interrupted. Professor Mikotoba was about to ask me something.
Shall we return to Baker Street then? I expect Iris will have some delicious tea waiting for us.
Yeah, let's go. I'm getting more and more anxious about Kazuma, though. Perhaps I'll try to meet with Lord Strongfart later and ask after him. Oh, that's the wrong button.
Now, where is Sholmes hiding in this picture?
Look at that. It's a picture of the Crystal Tower.
Well, the Great Exhibition is one of Britain's most prestigious achievements in recent years. I wonder how tall it is. It really does represent the pinnacle of scientific achievement in so many ways.
You falling asleep, Oni? You just want to get back to 16, don't you?
No.
No. There's a 23-meter tall chimney on the bathhouse near my lodgings at Yume University. The attendant there is always boasting that it's the tallest object in the neighborhood.
23 meters? How many feet is that?
About 60 feet.
Pretty
Did you
sure
know
it's...
that? Did you know that over the channel in Paris, there's a tower that's 300 meters tall?
What? How many times taller than the chimney at Yume Soken Hot Springs is that? I mean, she said it's over 300, and you said yours was 23. Solve for X. And if it's that tall, how does it draw properly? The smoke would get stuck, surely.
I don't think it's that sort of tower, Mr. Naruhodo.
Not good at math or physics. Have you seen all those sparkling jewels up there? They must have gathered every gem in the world for that.
Ah, it's called a chandelier, I believe. It's designed to provide elegant lighting in large, spacious rooms like this.
Yeah, they're expensive as shit and fucking useless. I hate them. So they had to gather every gem in the world just to illuminate one room?
It's probably electric light bulbs that are actually throwing the light.
If I tried to hang something like that from the ceiling in the office, it would be scraping on the floor.
I think perhaps chandeliers aren't for you, Mr. Naruhodo.
Chandeliers aren't for anyone. Stop it. Stop paying for shit.
I quite like my chandelier, thank you very much.
Oh, you have a chandelier?
Yeah.
What's it nice? What's it like being rich?
I have something that hangs to the floor, but it's a bit different.
That's the only thing that's hanging from the ceiling at this apartment is a joke I can't make this month.
That desk is known as the hotel reception. Anyone wanting to spend the night has to report there to sign in for their stay.
Oh, so do you think that's the head clerk behind the desk there?
Yes, I'm sure it must be.
I'd love to stay in a grand hotel like this for a little while. Wouldn't you? Just to know what it's like?
If the hotel fee was paid through our stipend, I'm afraid it might bankrupt our homeland.
True. London gives the word expensive a whole new meaning.
It costs more money than they have in Japan to stay at this hotel.
Well, we would have done literally anything as a country, but we spent it all on a hotel.
All that money and they can't afford spice.
Yep. Centuries controlling the spice trade and not using a single fucking pinch of it on the food they cook. Look at those cases just left there on that trolley. Aren't they worried about thieves? I know I am.
Haven't you seen the porter over there? Don't worry, he's obviously keeping an eye on everything.
Ah, so it's a trap designed to catch any chancers who might be tempted. Why did the porter give me such a scathing look just now, do you suppose?
Well, some might say you look a little suspicious with your jet black clothes.
What is it with the fucking clothes? Not everyone clad in black is some sort of ninja with intent to steal, you know.
That's true. Some of us like to wear blue.
Shelby got a dress that is all black and it just says queer, but I just don't like colors. Or something like that. Or queer, but I don't like bright colors. Damn, this place. Damn, bitch, you live like this?
1st November, Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. Damn bitch lives like this.
She's smiling too. She's proud of it. The Daruma only has one eye colored in it, the wish hasn't come true yet. That Daruma doll is still winking at me. Look! I wonder when I'll finally get his other eye filled in.
Yes, I wonder.
Well, you should know, Susato-san. I entrusted the task to you.
The truth is, I've already decided when that will be.
What? Really? When?
That's my little secret.
Oh, running out of time on it. You see, I've been keeping my desk beautifully covered in papers as always.
You really must tidy it all up, Mr. Naruhodo. No more excuses.
You're not my supervisor! Mr.
He's the
Sato,
boss.
the way I see it, all these papers building up on my desk like this are a reminder of my wonderfully diverse daily life. I like to leave them as they are, so I never forget how lucky I am to have such varied experiences.
In that case, you should definitely have a thorough tidy.
That was the most ADHD excuse I've ever fucking heard in my life, and I am so proud of it.
I'm impressed. I feel like everyone in chat should write that down because you're going to need it at some point in your lives.
Yeah, like right now.
Somebody clip it.
Got it.
Then you'll be able to see your papers building up all over again and feel that joy renewed.
Damn bitch. Still can't beat her in an argument, even though I'm the lawyer here. You know what's coming. The spade is still here. Look.
Please, Mr. Naruhodo. It's not a spade as you think you well know. It's a shovel.
It didn't take long to reignite that old argument.
Ah, I have an idea. Let's give the implement a name, like Professor Hairbrain named his tools.
Oh, I never thought of doing that.
From now on, then, let's call it Ryunosuke.
No! It's clearly much more of a Susato. The old argument has taken a new and unexpected turn, it seems.
You are always digging your own holes, Ryunosuke.
Listen, I do love a good hole. Whenever you serve me tea, it always takes me back to Japan.
I know you're not particularly fond of the bitter taste, are you? So I do always try to pick out less bitter matcha for you.
She does often serve up an unusually mellow blend, it's true. But the anticipation of the taste in my mouth makes me bitterly worried anyway.
It is very difficult for you, isn't it?
They got so much shit here.
The steam is rising gently from the kettle as always.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right somehow unless it is. But the steam has an unusual scent today.
Perhaps the sweet potatoes that I brought back from Japan with me already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, I heard that, you know.
Tears of joy, Miss Susato, from my mouth. Yay, looks like there's not much left.
My desk is just as it is before I left.
Sumi ink and a calligraphy brush, even though we're in England now. That strikes me as typically you, Miss Susato. And typically not you at the same time.
Well, I do enjoy all the wonderful new things that come out of the West in the Cultural Revolution, of course. But I'm not ready to give up my brush just yet.
And anyway, Susato-san can write more neatly with a brush than most people can with a pen.
Practice makes perfect, as they say.
Oh yeah, the fish tank!
All the sea life seemed very content in there, I must say.
I've noticed something recently, actually. The anemone breed at a most extraordinary rate.
Oh, really?
It's a mystery why the whole seabed isn't buried in a mountain of them, actually.
Oh, how splendid. That really is a mystery, isn't it?
I wish there was someone here to explain Susato-san's strange reaction to that. Your room across the hallway is undisturbed, of course. I don't suppose I'd be permitted to see inside now that you're back, though, would I?
Yeah, very well, and only Iris is allowed inside.
Yes, I heard you two giggling together in there last night.
You can visit Mr. Sholmes in his room, Mr. Naruhodo.
Mr. Sholmes doesn't have a vagina, Miss Susato.
Not yet.
Last time I did that, he tried to convince me to drink some strange concoction he'd mixed up.
Bourbon. It was bourbon.
Speaking of strange concoctions, I guess time to call it a night. It's time for the NyQuil challenge.
No.
Yeah.
I refuse.
What, the Tylenol PM trust exercise?
Bro, I can poison myself well enough without making green fucking chicken.
Jesus fuck. Have you tried cooking your chicken past medium rare yet?
Yes.
Oh no!
Alright, let's get her done. Oh, I didn't know Slugbox has a ferret. Noodle. Alright. So, wrapped up another case, started another one. Good effort tonight, everyone. We'll extraduce everyone. If Doctor Strange ate ass and sucked toes, he wouldn't be Doctor Strange. He'd be Oni Heart.
Why me?
Oh, come on, dog. It's okay. You can admit. Is it armpits? Okay. If Doctor Strange ate ass and licked armpits.
No. None of that. None of it.
Mm-hmm.
None of it.
Go on.
I mean, it's gotta be A or B there, Oni.
It's gotta be none of them.
It's gonna be July.
If all of the blood in Doctor Strange's body went straight to his penis whenever someone started playing Final Fantasy 16, it'd be Oni Heart.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Hey, that was better. You gotta admit that. That was better.
Yeah. Alright, brother, tell us what is on the schedule for the week. Tell us who you is.
16. I mean, yeah, no, there's not gonna be any kind of Omega Strikers. There's just 16. I'm sorry, that's it.
It's just good. It's just that good.
I'm pretty sure at some point I'm gonna drag people to play Dokapon Kingdom, and that's gonna be funny. Yeah.
That is. There's some good stuff. There's some good stuff coming out, for real, for real. I'm trying to get back into the Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak just to catch up on some of this stuff. So there's that too. All sorts of good stuff coming out.
Towards the end of the year, there's all these RPGs, and I'm like, man, I gotta make sure I'm fully content with Final Fantasy 16, because I know that I'm gonna be playing that even after I beat it.
Mm-hmm. For real, for real. Speaking of our for real friends, Bunny.
I'm a bunny. I am Lonnie Ikea. At some point this week, I will do more Mask of the Rose because I am mainlining that game. And sometime late next month, I'm doing something-a-thon because I I hit 256 followers because I'm committed to the bit, and that means I'm not going to get another follower milestone until I hit 512 because I'm committed to the bit. So I've got to make a really, really big deal out of 256. So
committed to the bite.
I'm committed to the bite. I don't know. I'll finish Star Ocean at some point. That's what I've got going on. Also, I voice act Mask of the Rose. It's really good. Shy helps.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Shy, it's Shy.
Yes, hi, it is me. I'm an Ninja Girl. I play games. Coming up this week, I didn't manage to do anything last week, and that kind of stunk. So I'm hoping I can get something going this week with some, probably some 14, probably some Stardew Valley if I can find somewhere to put that in. And yeah, Saturday we're hopefully getting our first set of Getting the Car Loser. So there's definitely that coming in.
Getting the car, loser. We're losering.
Getting the loser car.
Speaking of cars, did you know they've owned a Mustang for over a decade and not ran over a single pedestrian? It's Little Sharky.
Bro, my Mustang is going to be old enough to vote in December.
And you're still not hitting pedestrians?
Almost 170,000 miles without running anyone over.
Wow.
Those are rookie numbers.
To make up for everybody else in the world, apparently. So, I'm Sharky. I've been hiding from the internet because I don't have a PS5. And all I know about Final Fantasy 16 is that it's apparently an aphrodisiac. So, been trying to keep it that way for a while. In the meantime, though,
you're gonna try to keep it an aphrodisiac?
Yes. I don't have a good response to that. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm doing the job then.
Yum broker, indeed. Yeah, I had a lot of fun tonight. It's a blast to get to pretend to be German and Canadian in the same stream. So hopefully y'all had a wonderful time, and please remember to tell the people you love just how you feel, because you never know if you'll get the chance by next week. So, thanks a bunch, y'all. Be well, and don't do anyone I wouldn't do.
Attaboy. Well, friends, for me, I'm going to call it a night. It is a little bit past our closing time, but thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow, more 15, more 16, and we're going to do some Fallout Frost mod. We left off in a very bad position, and, well, we're going to have to take some time to dig the hell out of that, that's for sure. But as usual, I'll give you the rundown. Join us in the Discord. Come hang out. Have fun with us. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, you should. It is the best way to catch up on all the content I pump out that you haven't been able to catch, plus some moto vlogs and cooking streams and whatnot. Definitely check out our friends at Skytech if you're in the market for a new PC. If you haven't checked out our blends on Adagio we've put together, definitely check out those delicious teas, proceeds benefiting the Trevor Project. And if you want to support this stinky little cat boy, or suggest gifts that I might like, check out the Throne wishlist. If you're a content creator and want access to Throne, just hit me up. I got all sorts of cut-the-line codes in my pockets. But anyway, we will see you all next time. I think we're going to go raid an artist friend of mine that I've done some work with. She is a fabulous content creator. Her name is Freya Amari. She is working on Bloodborne tonight. Let's go say hi. All right, any parting words before we shoot off this raid?